I agree, Zach. I think it's going to be one of the cards that we're exploring for a lot. Oh, you mean the last iteration of Saheeli? Yeah, I can put that up there. All right. The last updates to Jeskai Saheeli are now on my website. All right, anywho, four color Gates Jace. So, Jace, Wielder of Mystery, Wielder of Mystery, whatever we call this card. Welder. I'm going to call him Welder of Mystery moving forward. If you draw a card where your deck has no cards that you win the game instead, and he mills a player and draws you a card. The Gates deck, for people that aren't familiar from this deck from previous seasons, this deck, just by virtue of Guild Summit and Hydroid Krasis, frequently put itself in danger of decking just by playing Magic and all of its cards drawing a lot of cards. So Jace is a sweet kind of natural inclusion in this deck to basically make that potential downside be an upside, and when we're not in danger of decking out, Jace just draws us an extra card every turn, which is sweet. So let's dive into some matches and see how this goes. This is another one of those mid-range control style decks that is going to have a hard time beating Wilderness Reclamation combo decks. Could Arbor Grazer have a home here? That's an interesting suggestion. Yeah, that card could potentially be very good in this deck. I agree with you. Snacks, thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Oh, that's a huge punt. I just want to know, but this one requires me to tap an extra land. Didn't matter because we didn't draw an untapped land. Get to this turn, but this is like a double tapped land. It requires you to tap one when you play it. Play him a 6/6 for 3. Target player discards a Mortify. Bye, friend. Esper and Mistland drops. Name a more iconic duo. I like how just immediately both of the more iconic duo are like pop shots at WotC. Just right off the cuff. God bless you, chat. Hi, Felicia. Only a 1-mana 8/8. Alright, so control. We got a bunch of good cards. I even cut cards from the sideboard that were here for control, and we still have a ton of cards for this matchup. Yeah. Yeah, so like, this is, I probably should have done this when I was building it, but this is a good example of how to look at how many cards you have for control and like thinking about how you're sideboarding. So like, for example here, I have 62 cards in my deck right now that I kind of want. I guess I could cut Gatebreaker Ram. This just dies to Doomblade a lot of the time. I guess we'll do that. I don't mind Gatebreaker Ram in this matchup. I would like to take a second and appreciate they added full arts for these. I do love me shinies. I do love me some shinies. So we can bring in solutions for Thief. Thief, like, isn't that good against us. Grazer blocking Thief is interesting. I do think that this deck struggles the most with aggro, and Grazer's a card that helps it against aggro, potentially. So that's why it sounds kind of appealing to me. Dealerino. So we got 3 heavy hitters here. So I assume we're going to lose one of these. Yep. Ooh, that's exciting. So we get to spiral into Route here. I neglected to add it to the schedule on my website because I still need to confirm with my boss that it's okay. But I believe that I am planning to stream for 6 or 7 hours tomorrow night. So if you want to see more Hoagland content, that will be an option for you. I think it's correct to mill them here. I know we potentially could mill ourselves out, but I think this card's likely to die. So for people newer to Magic that aren't familiar with the Paper Magic Tournament Series, Star City Games is the largest independent tournament series, and they will be running a tournament tomorrow and Sunday. So I'm not going to be streaming during the day because I don't want to compete. I want to watch their tournament, and I don't want to compete with them for views. I think I just root here, right? I could play a Narset of my own, but I kind of just want to get my mana going. So I can't draw an extra card because of Narset, but might as well plus and work towards my ult.
Hone your prowess.
Veto is rude.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Get my mana going. This might eat a veto. I assume this is not their only counterspell.
Those who cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality are lost.
I'll plan better next time.
With thoughtfulness before
Backup Mass Manip, God bless. Gather Power, thank you for cashing your Prime support this way this month. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine. Negate? I guess Negate doesn't really help me, huh?
fair.
This is kind of an awkward game of Magic. I guess I just get the counterspell out of their hand. I can't draw a bunch of cards because they have a Narset. Drawing a bunch of cards is not an option. My Negate also doesn't do anything at the moment. And like I can't counter their counters because they have a Teferi, so I kind of just gotta like cast my thing and hope for the best. Really glad with the current point I'm sitting at that I added 2 Ugins to my deck because they're a way to get me out of this situation. Excuse me, get out of this situation. Yeah, Teferi plus Narset together
I've got it.
really give these control decks the 1-2 punch. Well, Negate doesn't do anything, Lurgoyf. I can't cast counterspells. Counterspells don't have text. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this for 2 and just try and get both of these. Wow, that worked. All right, well I'll keep mine because she's foil. And just gonna go ahead and draw a card here. Oh, drawing extra cards feels so good, opponent. Drawing extra cards feels so good. How does it make you feel that I'm allowed to draw extra cards and you're not? Stop it. Get out of here. Nobody got time for your Narset. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Negate me, daddy. Negate me. We might commence the end game soon. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Don't worry, I got
Teferi can bounce your Krasis. It's fine. Krasis always draws more Krasis. Teferi ain't gotta do nothing. We're playing Negate over Dovin Fido because our deck doesn't actually have that much white mana in it. If you look at our mana base.
That's more like it.
Hey, Dragon Fires. Thanks for the 3 months of support there. And Empty Man, welcome for the first time. Thanks for keeping me around.
We'll make this look easy. Let's try this.
This was not fair. This kind of felt like we were beating up a small child. This was kind of gross. I think Sahelian Jeskai control seems very interesting. Stop it! They're already dead. They have a family. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for dropping by here today. My name is Jeff Oakland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you enjoy constructed Magic, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of different decks here, and usually we change decks every 60 to 90 minutes, so you get a lot of variety in what we have going on here. As always, I'd like to give a shout-out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series, a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, you can find their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG series. BCW Supplies, the only ones I trust to protect my very valuable paper, Magic the Gathering cards. Abaddon, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. If you get on over to bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories with them. Play DKP would love to help you hold on to your cards if you're playing in a car or outside. With the Dragon Claw and their wonderful magnetic inserts and game board, they would love to help you keep everything intact while you're on the go. Of course, I'd also like to welcome everyone to Hoaglandia. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now, and I appreciate you choosing to spend part of your Friday here with us. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your weekend. Remember, if you are new and enjoying the content, you like the decks that I play or the way I break down my lines, be sure to hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. Oh, did Marty get the bingo cards updated? That's great. I'm going to add a plug for that, Marty. This hand is really rancid, right? Just like no blue mana, 2 triple blue cards. Yikes. This hand's like not amazing, but it's fine. Turn 3, Plaza of Harmony, Gates Ablaze against Aggro deck. Ugin if we're going a little bit longer. There are no prizes for the bingo cards. They are just something fun if you want to make the stream a little bit interactive. Went home, played Gruul, Super Sorkin, moved through Platinum with only 1 loss. Awesome, Peel. Yeah, the green-red Sorkin deck got added to my website last night too. Always a great source to find new standard decks. Hopefully, this Gates build goes well, and I'll update the Gates build on my website to reflect this. That's one of the decks from last season that I still haven't updated yet. And that's a 4/4. Silly Hydroid Krasis. Making me wait. Alright, so this doesn't kill the Phoenix permanently, obviously, because it's going to come back, but I don't think I can sit here and take hits from both of these. Everyone knows if you get bingo, you win a timeout. Well, yikes. This card has been super impressive in decks I've seen it. We've played it in. It's definitely giving us the business. So we're getting kind of the range here, right? Like last game, we beat up a control deck pretty thoroughly, but here we're looking to be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have played a tapped land here and only played this as a 2/2. Because I actually, if I had an untapped land next turn, I could play Ugin or Mass Manipulation. Yeah, I think I messed that up. Yeah, this is pretty likely to die regardless. So I think I should not have played the Plaza of Harmony. I should have played the Guildgate. And then I could have played the Plaza as a 6 untapped land for next turn. Woof. Their build seems sweet. Jund aggro. I don't have any Lava Coils in this 75, which may or may not be a mistake. Definitely one of our better cards, potential cards against Phoenix. It's very possible that these Deafening Clarions would be better as Lava Coils. This board and some cheap interaction and another Archway Angel. Thrashing Brontodon, unfortunately not quite big enough for this matchup. Its stats get outclassed. Lucky 13, Lizario. Thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Marty coming in hot with some sub-gifties. Thank you for the support. TGIF. I'm not just doing this to bump friends. I'm doing this for bingo. That's great. I'm going to lead on Guildgate here because Guildgate means if I draw a growth spiral into, I can go Forest Growth Spiral. Yes, Marty and Scooter are our resident sub-Santas. Cohen. Thank you for the 12 months of support. I really appreciate that. Have a sword to go with your shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Yikes. Not having a play this turn feels real bad. Although next turn I get to go root. Brutal. I get to go root into Krasis the following turn. Or maybe Gates Ablaze, depending on what they do. I wonder what they left 2 up for. never felt the desire to sub to a channel before, but a free sub was gifted and the taste interests me. Well, welcome back, Lucky Dog. Thanks for keeping me around. We're getting close to dead here. I think I want a Gates Ablaze rather than just Krasis this turn. If they can surprise 9 me next turn, so be it. Yeah, I mean, like, that's like a pretty typical ramp deck problem. Like, if you don't hit the right mix of, like, acceleration and other cards, you just, like, die sometimes. Don't double lightning strike me. Alright, hopefully double Krasis drag us kicking and screaming back into this game. 8. So I can do this for 6 this turn.
Witness the ties that bind us all. Harness the elements.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Staying alive. Staying alive. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Staying alive. Ah, ha. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Having lands that gain you 3 is so delicious. Back up to 7. We need an angel to stabilize, right? They think they're dead anyways. God bless us. If this hand finds a Gruul Guildgate, it just does everything we want to do. No threat on turn 2 is really good for us here. Stomping Ground's actually even better, right? Or they're probably taking Gates Ablaze. I can find a Forest too. Is there a combo kill with Jace that you're missing? Yeah, we just draw our deck. So this deck just draws a lot of cards in an average game. That's rude. Well, at least I know what these growth spirals are doing.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
Yeah, their deck appears to be better than our deck when missing green mana. And they found it, so.
Let's tidy up in there.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. Would the London Mulligan have helped there? Yeah, it definitely would have helped there. It would have let us see more cards, right? I'm going to ship some Lava Coils there. Lava Coils obviously wouldn't have helped us win that third game there, but they would have just been good in the matchup in general. I think there's enough random Phoenix decks in the format that is worth playing. J Ray, thank you for the 9-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So normally, having Goat on turn 3 is really good, but this hand's kind of awkward and doesn't have 2 gates in it, which I think I just need to ship that. Party bus driver, coming in hot. Thank you for the support. Welcome, welcome. Someone asked how long until the next deck. We've been playing this deck for about 20 minutes, probably about another hour. Actually, I can just play Jace here, right? Yeah, let's do that. I guess this gets bedeviled, which is a little annoying. The appeal to playing this turn is they don't get to use their mana. Maybe that's the reason to do that. It also would set me up to Ugin next turn, guaranteed. Could go either way. Like if they go land Nick here, I'm gonna be sad. They have not made any official announcement about the future of the London Mulligan in general. They did remove the London Mulligan from Magic Online, so I feel like that doesn't bode well, but maybe they were always planning to do that. Better communication would be nice. Yeah, but like, even though it was scheduled to end, you could still say, hey, this worked out, we're gonna keep it, right? You can change your schedules. They're not set in stone. Getting a second white there is a good call. Alright, well I just do this, right? Is this guaranteed 3 cards? It leaves this exposed to a future thought erasure, but I think that's fine. And again, I'm not putting this Gate Colossus back on top of my deck because I just want more cards like Hydroid Krasis that draw me multiple cards. Like, just drawing an 8/8 isn't very good here, I don't think. I want cards that give me multiple cards at once to really bury them in the ground. Like that. So I just do this again. They can't flip this just yet. They only have 5 cards here. I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, but like, they literally have double Disinformation Campaign in their hand. So like, if I play Ugin, like, Thought Erasure or any Surveil spell, like, takes my Krasis out of my hand. Their deck likely doesn't have that many counters in it, and likely is more discard based, especially with something like this. Play a Gate first to also get an 8/8 out. Huh. I like that suggestion. Yeah, I should have done that. Play the Gate first to get the 8/8 out. Alright, so I can do this. And now I can put this Colossus on top of my deck. And now I can Growth Spiral, draw the Colossus, play it for free, and then Ugin. And Ugin shoot this. They are going to get to flip their Azcanta, but we're playing one of the few decks that I think can actually play through an Azcanta flip, just because we have so many cards that are worth so many cards. And like, now they like need to answer this, but they also need to answer this. I'm not picking up the 8/8 because my average card draw, I think, is better than a random 8/8 that's just this big dumb beater. I'm looking for Jaces, I'm looking for more Ugins, I'm looking for more Hydroid Krasis, I'm looking for cards that are worth multiple cards.
Multiverse in my image.
We have so many cards in our deck that are worth more than one card that's what I'm looking to find. This, while putting this back on top of your deck, like, kind of feels good, it's a lot like the gods in that it still costs me a card to have to take a turn to redraw this thing.
Ether itself serves me.
Why would I want to do that, though? I guess Gates Ablaze kills the god. I guess. Ablaze isn't doing much else useful, I suppose. I could see that. New Sarkin does seem very good, I agree. KM Bet, thanks for the 2-month resub, I appreciate that. Welcome back. Jeskai Control. Jeskai Control isn't really an established archetype. So I don't know that I really have good suggestions for that offhand. Brutal. I think I want to hold this for their god.
I outsmarted you eons ago.
Yeah, Grixis decks feel like they're very reasonable if you're not playing against basic mountains or wilderness reclamation. The devil is in the details, trying to figure out how to beat those two types of things. Because you're never way over on mana in this deck, Nomcarver. The reason why this deck is good is because it randomly just can spend all of its mana in a turn. We're dead here now, right? This is gonna get back, I guess I have 2 Mass Manips in my deck, and, like, this is why, like, this deck's kind of cute. Like, even though we're really far behind at this point, I could just rip a Mass Manipulation off the top and, like, get right back in.
foil. Let your weak minds crumble.
Secrets manifest before you.
So, people asking why I exiled the ramp spell from my hand as opposed to a land in play. The reason why I did that is because my way to get back in this game is to draw a card like Hydroid Krasis or Guild Summit. So if I'm committed to spending 4 mana the following turn, I'm cutting myself off from maximizing my best possible draws. This card is face up because we knew it was there. And Magic Arena is awesome and leaves all public information public regardless of where it goes.
Will whiten your bloodline. My schemes are never ending.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
It's been fine so far. I don't know that this build has changed anything meaningful about the Gates build from last season. Jace seems like a fine small upgrade because we were likely decking in a lot of situations anyways, but I don't know that he like magically fixes your issues. A lot of this archetype's issues were surrounded around beating the aggro decks, which Jace doesn't really help you do. And again, I'm just like hanging out in this game still because like
Witness a
if we rip a mass manipulation, we like are right back in.
Eyes beyond vision.
Known issue, lack of a feature, depends on how you want to take it. Draw 3, I guess. I mean, we're through 2/3 of their deck, and they've yet to play a counterspell. I think there's a very real chance they're just a pure tap-out control deck. I mean, the Plaza of Harmonies make mana of any color, and when you draw Guild Summit, you need some non-gates to cast it anyways. Cam Bet, you don't even need an opinion on that. Go look at the data from Tron's win rates at the Pro Tour. What did Tron's win rates at the Pro Tour look like? Don't settle for opinions when you can have data. Feelings are not facts. Go for the facts when they're available. Mr. Spaghetti, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do 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 do. Do you have a Sinister Sabotage? I'll concede if you do. They do have counterspells. Okay, so I didn't know that they had counterspells in their deck. How was it? I missed the league. The Modern deck this morning, the blue-white mid-range deck of the part was very good. The Chalice of the Void part of the deck was very bad. Captain Obvious, thanks for the 8-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, and that's like, my opponent's deck is not an established archetype, so I gained information on the way out the door by learning what they're playing. I learned that they have 4 mana Nicol Bolas, so I want Lava Coil, and I learned that they're playing Sinister Sabotage, so that's a card that I potentially want to play around at certain points. So there is some value in playing through some of that garbage time when your opponent's playing something that's unknown. And basically all of these Grixis lists for the time being are unknown because we don't have an established good version for people to be starting off of. Hey, BDP, thanks for the 17 months. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope life's treating you as well. Sure. Has all of my colors in an Narset in. Oh, Ugin, you're such a good card, but you're very ugly. Hey, Manjui. We've officially been together longer than my first marriage lasted, and I think I've gotten more out of it. Well, welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
My prowess is that I have just the trick for this.
So, in general, I'd be inclined to agree that a single tournament's worth of data is not all you want to base something off of, but Tron was the most played deck at the Mythic Championship, so there's a lot of data there to churn through. I'm actually gonna decline to activate her because I don't really want to discard to hand size. Someone tell me to stop procrastinating and finish my final research paper. Listen, I'm gonna give you at least 10 minutes of focus there, Lizardio. I timed you out because I care. I timed you out because I care. Never forget.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
We want you to graduate. We want you to finish school. It's important. You paid a lot of money. Finish your paper. Man, Ugin is great. Ugin draws cards into play, so this way I can keep drawing cards even when I'd have to be moving to hand size. We're a tight-knit community of helpers. Teferi can bounce Guild Summit. Oh my lord, that's gross. Mean Bean, thank you for the 8 months. I appreciate 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. And Buttrick, welcome. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Scorpion Angel, that's a great username. Welcome. Thanks for happy Friday. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. We've assembled the Avengers. Ho ho. I subbed just so I could get a timeout and focus on my studying for law school. We got you. We got you. Those are my favorite ones. I subbed. Please give me my complimentary timeout. I got you. I got you. Little Teferi is very good. If you are playing blue and white mana, Little Teferi should be in your 75 in this format. Not close. This deck is starting to feel slow. Should we add more RAM? But I really love the Planeswalker designs in this most recent set. They are truly fantastic. As someone who criticized the 5-mana cookie cutter Planeswalkers we kept getting for a long time, I think not only this set, but I think the previous sets worth of Planeswalkers, I think the Ravnica Allegiance, Kaya, Dovin, and 4-mana Domri, I think the Planeswalkers from both of these sets were just superb off-the-charts designs. The fact that they don't automatically go into every deck that can make the colors and they don't automatically win the game on their own is awesome. Hey, Break says, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome, welcome. Poor Narset. This Planeswalker's real good, by the way. And she's only an uncommon, chat. And she's only an uncommon. Oh, what am I bidding here? Is it greedy to bin Stomping Ground? Probably. Am I going to do it anyways? Yes. If Jace, like, draws 2 cards and gains 8 life, that would be a good exchange for me, so... Well, thanks for the support, Brixis. It's good to have you here. Bosh! Coming in hot with that brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so Azcanta's flipping on us next turn. Not strictly getting punished for my greed. That's nice. Land. Land. Yikes. At least that's castable, right? So ideally, I wanted to hit a land there to set up Ugin for next turn. But, you know, this is definitely one of the places where I saw someone saying they think all Planeswalkers are making it a little bit harder for newer players to get into Magic, especially on Arena because they can't figure out complicated board state, which complicated walkers. While I do think complicated board states can be intimidating to new players, I think the types of people that are really going to enjoy Magic and latch onto it as a game will learn to appreciate those complicated board states. I think the types of games these Planeswalkers generate are the types of things that really distinguish Magic from other lesser complex games like Hearthstone. Wow, they got some choices here. They know about this Ugin. My kink is complicated board states. Wow! Oh no! Oh, why, chat? Why? Woo! Magic! Alright, never didn't have it. God bless. Listen. Much better to be lucky than good. Much better to be lucky than good. Alright, and we're back. Action. Alright, one of your finest guild summits, please. Magic's all about the emotions it elicits, right? The highs and the lows, the ups and the downs. Ooh. They have another discard spell, as you say. Hopefully this Negate is going to be real good. Stop it. Don't you dare. Whew. Guild Summit. Well, that's poop. Would have been much better if this had been a ram, huh? Yikes. Bye-bye, Krasis. Well, we found a use for the Lava Coil, at least. Gonna get exiled to that. Tap like this doesn't cut me off of anything. It does not, because I have Plaza of Harmony.
I know my responsibility. I've got time.
Alright. Ramp it up. Ramp it up. Do. So he only has the loyalty abilities. Yeah, Bolas gains the loyalty abilities of every other Planeswalker in play. So he pluses. Oh, yikes, that takes a card out of my hand. Any recommendations on a good artifact deck? So the playing just pure artifacts isn't super competitive in this current format, but there are Planeswalker decks that make artifacts. So, like, we've been playing a lot of decks that contain the cards Saheeli and Karn in them that make a lot of artifact tokens that feel very competitive. So, if you look at my website and check out, the standard decks button, there is a Blue-Black X Super Friends category that has some artifact stuff in it. So right now I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. The window for us to draw a meaningful card here is closing very quickly. Definitely have a very small window to draw something meaningful. That turn, they hit the duress plus the thought erasure. I know we ripped the Krasis right after, but that was the turn that this game really felt like it started to swing in my opponent's favor. Deal.
For your cause.
You've already lost. You just don't know it yet. This will come in handy.
Oh, that's so good. Don't call it a comeback. All right. Yeah, that one. Hey, thanks, OC. Narset is very, very good. Rude. Rude.
Of a time, Planeswalker. My schemes are never ending.
My schemes are never ending. So the shock there means that they can Azcanta plus cast a Negate or a Disdainful Stroke.
There's always an answer.
Hone your prowess.
Oh, geez. They're going to have both Nicks in play, which means both Nicks can plus to draw cards, draw 2 cards. That is an aggressive Disdainful Stroke. I guess they're going to have a bunch of cards here in a second, though. Well, no, they're going to get to attack and kill Narset. Yeah, so they get to kill Narset on the attack, and then they get to draw a bunch of cards.
You are a mighty warrior. I can see.
This is probably going to kill Jace. I guess they can pick a Planeswalker back up too, though. Killing Jace makes a lot of sense. I think we're done here. I'll take one more draw step, but I think we're done. Wow, they didn't draw 2. Weird. I have one more Mass Manipulation in my deck. Hit me, dealer. Wow, come on! Come on! Ah, that would have been so good. It would have been so good, chat. It would have been so good. Did you even just imagine just rip their dragons out of their hands? That was close. That was close. It's close. And that's one of the reasons why playing this deck is a lot of fun, is because even in games like that where you're like pretty far behind, this deck just has such powerful spells in it that you can like hit swings like that even in games where you're super far behind to like swing back in your direction. How's the deck feeling? It feels a lot like Gates from last season. We got new good sideboard cards. Feels like it lines up about the same though. Like, good against mid-range, competitive against control, bad against aggro. Sure. what does Wave refer to in the next deck? It's a Druidic Vow deck. Wave, I believe in the title, pays homage to Genesis Wave. Esper and Miss land drops is such a terrible meme on this channel, but like it's just like I feel like no other deck misses their land drops and does nothing like Esper misses their land drops and does nothing. Put these towards Mardu control and keep up the great work. Will do, Slamman. Thanks for the support. Do people play less than 26 lands? If you're an Esper player who plays less than 26 lands, you deserve every missed land drop.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Alright, we've got huge tracts of land. Thankfully, Ugin's gonna help us power through. Finale of Devastation for 42. That sounds great, Danon. Ugin's a very good addition to this deck. The fact that he draws cards onto the table is great, and just like having answers to random problem permanence is so potent. Alright, I would like all of my stuffed Esper in a box cards, please. Like Gatebreaker Ram or Brontodon? Probably the Ram. Sweet, sounds good, Danon. I'm going to be, we're going to run long again today like we've been doing the past few days. And then again, tomorrow during the day, I'm going to be taking off to watch some of the Open. And then tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening, I'm going to fire up for probably 7 or 8 hours. Get some both weekend and evening time in. It's been a while since we've done an evening stream. How late am I starting tomorrow? Probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. I think the plan is to do like 4 p.m. till midnight. Somewhere in there. Biggies need to be flooped. Gova bro, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back. So Jace is here both as card advantage and an alternative win condition. So this archetype can, in longer games, possibly deck itself. Comparing your off-stream work time to what it worked outside the classroom, which one takes longer. Off-stream work, not close. Teaching classes isn't that much work, especially once you have lesson plan done. Like, teaching a class for the second time especially, it's probably comparable to, like, teaching a class for the first time. But once you've taught a class once, like, it's really easy to run through it again. And this actually pays me like a job. Teaching did not pay like a job. Sad but true. So, because I drew this Jace, I actually don't want to play this Guildgate here. Because if I play this Guildgate, I won't have triple blue on 3 to cast the Jace. Oh, I'm dumb. I still won't though, right? Because these don't make blue until I have a blue gate. Yikes. Grading is more time consuming prepping. That's true. high school teachers actually make more than college professors in a lot of places, especially adjunct college professors specifically. There were the rates of pay I got teaching math as an adjunct professor at different schools tended to range from $1,200 to like $1,600 for a semester across 3 or 4 different schools. You're not wrong. A semester, correct. So like, if you were crazy and taught like 6 classes a semester, you made like, 6 times 1,500 times 2 semesters per year, like.
Your victory. This coming handy.
My wife, Jeff is right about high school versus adjunct. My wife teaches high school. I quit teaching college. Yep. And a lot of places move towards more adjunct professors. They don't have to like pay them benefits. They pay them less per class. Well, you're not a full-time employee, and like a lot of people who adjunct full-time, like you can only get like 3 classes as an adjunct at most at a school, because if you teach more than 3 classes, there's labor laws that require them to give you benefits and stuff. So most places, they'll only give you so many hours as an adjunct, because once they get past that, they have to pay you more legally. Yeah, the whole higher education system in the United States is just a hot mess. Between it costing a lot and like what the teachers get paid. For people who aren't familiar with my background, I have a master's degree in mathematics. Both my graduate degree and my undergraduate degree had a minor in teaching. I spent a semester student teaching high school, and then spent like a year and a half or so teaching adjunct classes before I started doing this full time. Nah, that's long. That's a lie. It was like 2.5 years.
Should move in unison, like wind and thoughtfulness before action.
That's an absorb. Woof. Alright, so open a draw like a negate here so I can take their Narset with protection. I think I just do this because I kind of just like need to play through the absorb. So that way, like, hopefully the next bomb I draw can resolve. And like, because we're playing against Esper, keeping this mass manipulation in my hand isn't even a guarantee that it's going to get cast later, because they have thought erasures and duresses and stuff like that. So like, leaving cards in my hand is a bit of a liability. Does Twitch provide healthcare? No, working for Twitch is like working as a 1099 employee. I am very fortunate, and my wife has an adult job. She is a business analyst for a Fortune 500 company. So we get benefits and stuff like that through her employer. Speaking of college, thanks for entertaining me until graduation next month. Put this towards something bolasy. Sounds good, Zeke. Thanks for the biddies. Krasis would be great here. If they don't have a counter spell, any of our other payoffs would be good too. Am I getting draw step thought erasure? Oh god. Oh man. Normally they take me out to dinner before that happens. Normally I make them buy me dinner first. Austica boy, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. How does my wife describe my job to her coworkers? It's actually much easier for her to describe what I do now, because, like, I'm live constantly, right? So, like, when she meets a new person at work and they talk about stuff like that, she just, like, pulls up Twitch and, like, this is my husband, he's an idiot, but they pay him to be an idiot. When I was traveling to play a bunch of Magic, she just told people I played poker. She's just like, it's much easier to tell people you play poker because they might understand that. We call those professional clowns. Yeah, some schools do pay better than what I was getting paid, Oust the Cowboy, but yeah, generally speaking, the rate you made in proportion to what the students paid to be there was not good. What's the best way to describe what I do? I take money from strangers on the internet who are predominantly male to do the specific things that they pay me to do. And by describing my job in that way, nobody could ever possibly be confused as to what I do for a living. It's very clear. Very clear. All right, I think we're all right. We're gonna call the dream team over here garbage time. Move on to the third game. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have such a low sub turnover. God bless the cam girl jester. Yeah, Legacy is still 50 waterfalls. Do I have a Jester hat? I don't actually, and I need to get one. I actually had talked to, so I actually worked for a children's theater company growing up, or during undergrad, and I talked to their costumier at one point if he had the bandwidth to make me a Jester hat that matches my logo. I need to do that again. Find out if he can get that done for me. Undergrad is a lot like growing up, that's fair. And I went to undergrad, I started undergrad when I was 16, so like, my undergrad experience was like 16 to 19, so I really was growing up. Hey, Soroyan, thank you very much for the sub gifties. Welcome, new members of Hoaglandia, enjoy the gift of speech. Based on Jeff's current career, he's still under growing up, yep. I like the strangers pay you to play with their decks description. That's great. Yeah, that's a normal person definitely would. A muggle definitely wouldn't mishear that. Say that to your average muggle and they definitely won't get the wrong idea. So I don't really want another land here, but the second untapped land guarantees I can cast Jace on 3, which is appealing. Hey, congrats, Fedged. Using the term muggle to talk about non-magic players for forever. It's the perfect term. It's the perfect term. Perfect. So we get to do this. Into this, into this, into this. And because, so normally I've been milling them with Jace, but because they played Azcanta, I'm going to make sure to mill myself here. Have we won with Jace yet? We have not.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, actually, Chatmaster. In fact, if my cam girl days ever get put behind me, I'm definitely going to pursue a PhD. That's something that I definitely want to do at some point, and that's because I like going to school. That was part of the reason I went and got a graduate degree, is because I enjoy school. It's part of the reason I was teaching too. So there's actually University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign has a math PhD program that's about 50 minutes from my house. So I will probably pursue that if I am done with this at some point in my life. I'm definitely feeling silly about how much I'm about to spend this evening on paper magic at my local shop. Hey, you know what? Don't let people make you feel silly about spending money on something you enjoy. You can't take it with you. Some amount of your money is fun hobby money, and there's nothing wrong with that.
This isn't over until we figure out a solution.
Alright, so I think I'm just gonna mass manipulate this and then bounce their thing here. It feels like they might be struggling to hit blue sources. So I think this is worthwhile.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I could instant speed route, you're not wrong. That's true. Don't go into debt for Magic the Gathering. That's also very true. I'm considering going to grad school. What are the best ways to fund grad school? Yeah, so my recommendation for people, especially if you're getting like a business or a math or like some kind of STEM degree, is you probably don't want to pay for your own grad school. Most grad schools have either TA positions where they'll pay you to teach while you're there, or if you get a job at a company, the company generally has programs like, my wife's considering doing a master's at some point, and the company she works for will pay for a certain amount of it. Do I just cash this in for another card? I don't know. Turning off their instance is pretty valuable. The question here is, do I want to jam the Krasis or do I want to root? I think I want to jam the Krasis because if they hit a discard spell, I'm going to be incredibly sad and have no gas left. And Krasis begot some more Krasis. Oh, geez. You know what? Do I just bounce this? Yeah, I'll have to discard to hand size. Do I just bounce this back to my hand? I think I just picked this back up.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Awesome, Kiss. I'm glad you're enjoying it. No, this costs 1, chat. This costs 1. It's not free. It costs 1. This is not a gate. This is a stomping ground. And this is not a gate. It's a Plaza of Harmony. It's hard to tell when they're full art. No, that was the opponent's Teferi. We mass manipulationed it.
We need to move quickly.
That's true. Gate Colossus is in the ugly corner. Sorry. Yeah, that's totally true. The ugly corner when it gets all the way over there with a lot of cards. Sure. Poor Teferi. Alright, so start with this. Do this, do this, do this. So this is the key now. So we've got all of our mana set up. We're hoping to just draw one of our bombs now. It's got word that I was selected out of a ton of applicants for a new position at a company, which translates to a $16,000 per year raise for me. Congrats, Wallace. It's a big step up. Ugh. No, my friends.
Loyal and silent. From battle to the grave.
Let's skip to the good part.
All right, take two. Don't veto me. No! No! Nobody counters. No! You don't counter my spell. I counter my spell. Oh, we were so close. The highs and the lows of Magic the Gathering, ladies and gentlemen. The highs and the lows of Magic the Gathering. Nobody puts baby in the corner. I don't know. That didn't feel good. We got beat up by control. We got beat up by aggro. I'd have to put some thought into this, but like, I feel like the matches that were previously good for this or okay for this, they got better cards than we did. So like, they gained points towards beating us and we didn't gain nearly as many points towards beating them. I don't know that I have anything. This card was like okay at certain points. We never got close enough to triggering its top text, but like just drawing an extra card every turn was fine. You played Blue-Green Ramp yesterday, I don't see it on YouTube. It's a Blue-Green mid-range. Decided it wasn't really quite close enough to Ramp deck, so I called it that. All right, on to the next one. I got a lot of decks I want to do today, so let's roll along, shall we?